to my channel. For today's video, I have an exciting review. I'm going to be focusing on the LAURENT shopping bag East-West tote in the color black. This is going to be an in-depth review of my fourth, going on my fifth year experience using this bag, and we'll be focusing on wear and tear, the value for its price, how much and when I purchased it, and lastly, if it's worth purchasing in 2021. For quick reference, I am based out of the States, so all of the prices will be reflected in USD. It's going to be a chatty review, so feel free to grab your coffee, drink, etc., get cozy, and we can get started. First off, if you are new here, my name is Ivy. I do these types of mid-luxury, semi-luxury fashion-related videos, in addition to a bit of styling, as well as travel vlogs, some home decor here and there, anything really that piques my interest. So if you like this type of content and you like the energy, the aura around here, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can get notified every time I pull up with the next video. So if you haven't already seen my other bag reviews, first up, we are going to be talking about the technical designs of the bag. I'm just going to put a note here or there in regards to the dimensions, the handle drop, things you definitely want to know. But yes, so here we have the beautiful LAURENT shopping tote East-West bag in supple leather. I know that is an absolute mouthful. I didn't know that that was the actual name of this bag, but it's basically just a regular tote bag, and the reason that it's called East-West, or you'll see that E/W note, is actually because of the design, the structure. So you'll see that the length of it is focused on the horizontal side. They do have a north and south version that I will insert a picture here or there so you can see that for reference, but this is probably their most popular tote bag that you would see in all of their stores. Some of the features you'll probably notice is, number one, we do have a gold toned hardware here. You'll see that they have that beautiful YSL gold signature charm that can be removed if you don't like it. It also has the very minimalistic LAURENT insignia right here. It also has a magnetized snap fastening, so that's how you close the bag. And it also comes with a zippered pocket with a detachable strap, which is like that. So you can just basically take that off, or you could use this on the go however you like. One thing to note about this bag is it's also unlined, so as you can see, that is a raw leather inside. There are no other pockets in here, you just have that little pouch. So to start off with the pros, as you can see, it is made out of very beautiful calfskin leather. To be honest, from my experience, it actually does not stain very easily. There's also a sort of grained texture on the actual bag, so it's not really as prone to scratches as one might think. I do own the Nano Sac de Jour, and that one is made out of very smooth calfskin leather, and it scratches very, very easily. That is definitely not the case with this. I do think it's a little more resilient, but not as resilient as, let's say, the Sunset leather bag, which you can find my review somewhere here, or I'll link it down below. Black is obviously a great starter color just because it's very difficult to see marks if you get any. I also used it as an everyday work bag, so it fit a 13-inch laptop. I'm sure it can probably fit up to 16 inches, but it will get quite heavy, and I definitely don't want to put too much strain on the flat handles. So that's one thing to note as well. Another thing is that stitching has held up really, really well despite the age. I don't really see any signs of tear. I don't see any sort of like issues or anything like that with the sides, or especially where the strap is. And I'll insert some more close-up pictures just so you guys can see what it actually looks like. And overall, the structure has held up very, very, very well. Even though the leather is supple, it can sit up easily on a chair, as you can see, or a table, or even the floor. Very, very easy to sort of use this bag. It's kind of a no fuss sort of situation, and I also really like the different features that it came with, especially the zippered pocket. I think that's super useful. I've definitely just taken that on the go without even using the bag, so it's great. It's like you're getting like a small leather good in addition to the actual bag. So for the cons, I wish I could say there was nothing wrong with this bag, but of course you're bound to see some small issues just in like the design and just definitely things you'd want to note depending on your lifestyle, things that may not work out for you. One thing would be the unlined internal leather, which can be very prone to stain. You don't take good care of it and you're just kind of dropping like oily stuff in your bag, which I hope you're not. You'll definitely run into issues there as well. Another thing to note is that it only has that one magnetized lock, and with that being said, it's very easy for things to slip out, especially if you kind of have it flat on the floor or maybe on the table. Worst come to worst, I think that it's very easy for someone to also steal and just grab something from your bag as well. So definitely don't want to have anything sticking out, especially for my commuters out there. If you're on the train and you're really packed tight, like I don't know if would be wise to not have anything sort of secured in there. But yeah, that's definitely one thing you'd probably want to note if you're considering purchasing this bag. Unlike other tote bags out there are no metal feet or protection underneath the bag. So when you're setting it down, you're basically setting it down bare. So I would watch out for anything on the table or on the floor that could potentially be harmful to the leather. So it's definitely good to note that if you're thinking about using this and kind of, really not babying and putting it everywhere. So moving on to the last part of this video, is it worth it in 2021? I'd like to start off with a few key aspects first before getting into that. One thing to note is that I purchased this in the summer of 2017 in Hawaii. If you were not aware, in Hawaii, many designer or luxury brands actually have a discount, and at the time it was around 15 to 20% off, which is really, really great. It's not probably something you'd find here in the mainland. I think actually nowadays it's about 10% now. It's not that high anymore. So that is the reason for a huge discrepancy in price. The price at the time of the bag was $995. When I bought it, I got it for $776, and there's about a 4% tax in Hawaii. So already there, you were saving a ton of money. It is now currently priced at $1,150, which is obviously a significant price change, but at the same time, a lot of the different brands have also had price increases, albeit even more so in the last 5 years in comparison. One thing that I definitely like to note about all of this is that the price point in comparison to maybe like a Celine Cabas or a Louis Vuitton Neverfull, it is definitely much more affordable. And I believe that despite the price increase, it is still reasonable given that there's almost been a 5-year time change. Overall, it's just been about 15% increase over the course of 5 years. If you compare that to something like the Louis Vuitton Neverfull and maybe their medium size, that Neverfull was priced at about $1,180 in 2017. And as of October 2021, it is now at $1,690. From my understanding, there haven't been any sort of significant upgrades to that bag, yet there was a 43% price increase, and it has been slowly going up over the course of the years, with this past year having seen the most price increase. I understand there's a lot of factors. If you compare it apples to apples, it definitely is a much more reasonable price for the tote bag if you're looking for something similar. And of course, like something like the Celine Cabas, that's already priced very high just in general, and it actually is the most similar in terms of this bag. I'm pretty sure this specific tote bag was sort of inspired by the Celine Cabas, just looking at the sort of the texture, the leather that they used, and also the way it kind of holds and that suppleness to it. So yeah, if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable but in the same style, I would definitely consider this YSL tote bag, especially since it comes in a wide variety of colors, so you definitely have a lot of options to choose from. So overall, I do think that this is definitely worth it in 2021, and my general consensus is that you're getting a great value for a solid bag. And although I do admit that Saint Laurent and YSL don't often hold their value in the resale market as much as maybe other designer or luxury brands, you can definitely bet that you are gonna get a lot of use out of this bag. Of course, with a little bit of care and just making sure that you're taking care of the bag, and in some aspects, it should last you a very long time. It is a solid investment that hopefully you can use for your lifetime and maybe even gift to someone else in the future. So 10 out of 10 would definitely recommend.